When a 3D print farm is small, it runs smoothly on human memory, basic spreadsheets, and tribal knowledge. You know exactly what each machine is printing, and you know how much filament is left on the shelf. That system breaks as soon as volume increases. Once you add multiple product types, distinct size profiles, and specific multicolor requirements across dozens of machines, relying on a single operator's memory guarantees dropped orders and delayed production. A stream of digital demand, from APIs and CSVs, collides directly with rigid physical realities, like finite printer beds and filament stock. As the stream overflows, standard e-commerce software fails. It logs transactions, but cannot process hardware constraints. Without an operational framework, scaling up volume creates massive cognitive fatigue. Operators stop managing the floor and become reactive troubleshooters, running from machine to fix whatever bottleneck is currently screaming the loudest. The modern instinct is to point generic artificial intelligence at the problem to automate the backlog. But handing execution power directly to an algorithm that doesn't understand the constraints of a physical shop floor is a recipe for disaster. It leads directly to multicolor cross-contamination, prints assigned to undersized beds, and heavily depleted material reserves. A generic digital queue viewer is useless here. Farm growth requires structured production intelligence, a system built explicitly around the hard rules of physical manufacturing. The objective is to build a system that respects the uncompromising realities of 3D printing. It manages the math and the hardware rules, leaving the human operator strictly in control of the final action. PrintFarmAI operates as a dedicated buffer. It sits directly between the chaos of e-commerce channels and the execution of the print floor. Look at this intake pipeline. The system actively scrubs away channel-specific noise and inconsistent naming conventions. Every incoming order is forced through a strict sanitization layer, emerging on the other side as a standardized, uniform production request. PrintFarmAI maps these clean records to internal master profiles. It automatically calculates the exact weight of the filament required, the precise size dimensions of the object, and the specific material properties needed to manufacture it. Here we see a matching matrix enforcing what are called deterministic rules. The system tests the object's geometry and color requirements against fixed hardware logic, identifying exactly which printers are physically capable of running the job. Because these rules are hard-coded, a multicolor part is actively locked out of a single nozzle machine. Enforcing this logic at the planning stage stops color contamination before the job ever reaches the floor. Combining strict data hygiene with rigid deterministic logic ensures every job assigned to a machine will actually fit the bed and use the correct material. Having the perfect schedule means very little if a machine goes offline. The physical production floor changes minute by minute. This top-down grid displays live printer telemetry. Each node actively communicates its current health, job progress, and exact estimated time remaining to completion, giving the operator a unified view of the entire fleet. PrintFarmAI overlays an AI advisory layer onto this live data. It continuously scans the telemetry to spot invisible bottlenecks and calculate predictive equipment maintenance long before a part fails. Because this AI layer understands both the deterministic rules and the live state of the floor, it dynamically calculates the best possible print to assign next. The intelligence here comes from constraint. By locking the AI's insights strictly to a foundation of real-time telemetry and hard geometry, the system provides accurate guidance rather than blind guesses. Instead of scanning a dozen open tabs and cross-referencing manual spreadsheets, operators log in to concise, synthesized summaries of the farm's total health. PrintFarmAI uses a principle called soft assignment. The system evaluates all variables and highly recommends a specific production path, but the human operator holds exclusive power over the final execution. Keeping the human in the loop is essential. Sensors cannot detect sudden shifts in client priorities, and software cannot feel that a particular spool of filament is unusually brittle today. Human judgment fills the gaps that digital tracking misses. PrintFarmAI handles the data hygiene, the physical logic, and the operational visibility. It creates a controlled environment where artificial intelligence supports human judgment, allowing a manufacturing floor to run faster, cleaner, and with total confidence.